Hey there, tubers. I wanted to do a quick video today kind of showing you the differences between my 2020 and my new 2022 CT5555. There's not many differences, and from outward appearances you wouldn't know that there's really any till you look a little deeper into it. But I'll show you the few subtle differences and go from there. As some of you might know, I've put out several videos on it, but I had a lot of issues with my 2020 version, and the dealership and Bobcat ended up buying that tractor back from me as long as I'd take a new version, which I agreed to. So that's what this one is a 2022. Yeah, there was a lot of issues with that old one, and I'm just hoping to God that there aren't any with this one. So to begin with, the loader is the same. It's an FL9-5. I put my old cutting edge back on it, but there's absolutely no difference between this loader and the last one I had. I did do a video a couple days ago of tractor with ballast and without it, and I was able to show kind of the lifting differences between my old one and this one. My old one initially wouldn't even pick up 1,500 pounds, and this one was able to pick up my 1,800 plus pound bucket right from the start. So hydraulic wise, it is better to begin with than my old one. It does, however, only lift what my old one did when I got rid of it, after all the work they did to it. And then this one, they're about the same. So again, probably overstated the lift capacity of it. It's supposed to be able to lift 2,340 pounds from that 20 inches from that pin right in there. And I had my 1,800 pound bucket closer than that, and it wouldn't lift it to full height. So I think Bobcat overstated their lift capacity, but I'll just live with it the way it is, and there. But as for everything else on the outside, it's pretty much the same. One thing I will show you back here that I do like is that the 3-point handle is now on a spring and gets it out of the way. The other one was solidly mounted and came out and was in the way of this third top link. When you raised it up, it could occasionally hit it. So this is improved, and I like it so far. This one unfortunately takes both hands to get this top link out, where the old one, where it was solid, permanently mounted, just one hand you could get the top link out, no problem. But I think this is a better design. Another thing is my sway bars on the old tractor were the kind of gold-plated style, and they corroded very rapidly. I mean, within weeks of it being new, they started to corrode. So I'm hoping that this I'm not sure what kind of a plating they put on this, but I'm hoping it lasts better than the old one. And they did the same with the hood latch, and I'll show you that when I open up the hood. One of the things that kind of disappoints me a bit is when I first got this, first thing I noticed was that the tires are not the same as what I had on my previous tractor. I had Carlisle's before, and these are a Galaxy. And I measured the lug depth in here from my old one when they dropped this one off before we loaded up the old one, and at 400 plus hours on those Carlisles, they still had more tread than these do brand new. So I hope that these are a hard rubber or something, that they last a while, but brand new they have less tread than the Carlisles did. Now on the front tires, these are as aggressive or more aggressive looking than the Carlisles. Now my front ones wore down pretty quick to about half-life, and then they held there until I got rid of it. So we'll see how these front ones do. They're also Generals. When I pointed that out to the salesman, the only thing he could come up was that they couldn't get a hold of Carlisles, so they had to just find another supplier, and this was it. But if anybody out there has any history on these, I'd like to know, just to see if they're going to be a decent tire or not. I'll pop the hood open here and show you inside. I'll have to put the camera down for a second to do that. Alright, again, like the sway bars in the back, the battery bracket and the hood latch are this kind of aluminized version, where the old one was gold plated, and we'll see if this corrodes quickly or not. But for the most part, everything inside is really the same. And one issue I did have with my old one was this came from the factory with the air conditioner tensioner almost all the way out of adjustment. This one shows like it's got a bit more of adjustment left in it from the factory than my old one, so they've either done something different, or just the way that this one was built, the bracket had a little more throw in it, but you can see that it's still got lots of meat that's already been used, and it's brand new. I'll close the hood back up here and I'll show you one of the main things that I had problems with on my old one was the hood hit the cab. Now on this one, I can get my finger partially back in there, the full length. Whereas on my old one, this lip was right in here and it rubbed good. So something changed on this one, but it's for the better. But yeah, for the most part, exterior wise, not a lot of changes, just a few. Inside, there's virtually no changes inside except for the tilt. Now on my old tractor, it had all the way up, all the way down, and then it had one setting in the middle. Well, this one has 6 settings, all the way up, down just a little bit, a little more, center, a little bit more, and then another one down. So 6 places altogether versus 3 on my old one. But for cab layout, everything is pretty much the same. So basically, I've had this thing for about a week now, and I've got about 15 hours on it. I wanted to put some time on it just to see if there was anything that was majorly different before I put this video out. And one thing that I have noticed with this one is the steering. You can turn the wheel, and it just keeps going straight, and then it'll kind of get to a tight spot and then it'll give. And talked to the dealer about it. They weren't sure whether it was something that needed to kind of wear in or what, but something I'm going to watch, make sure that it's not something major. But if anybody out there has had similar issues, maybe you can give me some insight on what it was, or how you're dealing with it, but it seems to just have kind of like a catch in it. Doesn't quite want to go, and then it goes all at once. But could be air in the lines, I'm not sure, but time will tell on that one too. So that was just a quick little overview of the differences I've noticed up to now, and if I notice any others, I'll throw a video out on that. But if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.